Here is a brief market update on our BTC long setup from earlier in the week. Price is forming a triangle here. Until we see a breakup to the upside or breakout to the downside, it's best that we remain patient. I'm still looking to long this green box here between 64 and 65K. We can see, looking back in the range here, that it's been a very key SR flip zone. I would like to see BTC hold this level for some immediate continuation to the upside. Alternatively, if it is lost, I would assume that we're going to be visiting range lows, to which then we can look to take a new setup. Taking a look at our long setup from earlier in the week on Solana, we can see that local price action on the Sol BTC chart is showing weakness. So Solana is actually weaker than BTC right now, which I think bodes very well for the setup that we've been looking at, targeting along somewhere down in the 156 zone. We can see that this area here has acted as resistance in the past. Ultimately, I'm looking to take out, sweep, or deviate the previous week low here and enter long in this zone for then a move towards the upper ends of the range as well as the previous week high. This one was a request in the Discord, taking a look at FET here. This setup was simply a range trade. I think that we have these two equal lows here along with this low here. Price has slightly deviated, tested range highs once, twice, definitely had a deviation here with rejection back down to the midline. It's entirely possible that price does get that move back up, but in my opinion, I think that this failed attempt to hit range low as well as these equal lows here are sort of begging to get swept. So again, what I'm looking for, and I'm just remaining patient as it is for price to break down, sweep, at the very least this low, but I do think that these equal lows here as well on a nice sweep or a deviation down to range low here for then immediate reclaim of this area of support for then a move to range highs and up to this resistance zone that we have here. Our long setup on VET from earlier in the week is especially interesting to me. This is a daily time frame, mind you, and we have this bullish formation, which is a falling wedge here. We can see that there's been like a lackluster response from buyers in here when you would normally expect a bounce out of a bullish formation. So when you sort of see a bullish formation fail to play out, I sort of expect the opposite, which would be like a nice deviation to the downside. And when I got that idea, I zoomed out a little bit and I took a look at where exactly we are on the charts in terms of this bullish formation and this potential deviation. So we have resistance, deviation, which this, by the way, is a dirty play. It says VET does not play clean. When you have a bullish formation here, right above this level, that's a key SR flip zone, right? This was resistance. Price wants to come down and confirm it as support. I think that the buyers that we're not seeing here are waiting down in this zone for to bid and see a move to the upside as per our long setup that I shared here. Another request from the Discord, taking a look at BOME. I think we have a nice H1OB here. We can see a move right outside of the channel, just sort of as a liquidity grab for late shorters, and then a move down to the midline and down to the bottom of this upwards channel here towards the monthly open. There's a nice pocket of liquidity sitting around 90 down here. We could see it also aligns nicely with this sideways channel, to which we'd look down here to the monthly open, get a move up to the top of the channel, potentially a daily, to take out some of these previous highs over here. If we go ahead and add as well the value area, we can see that it would create a great opportunity for a deviation to the value area low to bounce off of the monthly open. Look to reclaim this zone, which has been sort of an SR flip zone for a period of time here. We claim that level. We can look to range highs and eventually this daily at about 2 cents. Another chart request from the Discord, taking a look at PENDLE. This is one of the more interesting charts that I've seen recently for a couple different reasons that we'll cover. My ideal scenario is that we see a move down, we revisit what was once resistance here, confirm it as support, fill this daily fair value gap. This zone down here at about $5 is also the value area low of this channel and the 618. So there's quite a bit of confluence there. Part of the reason why this is so interesting to me is I could actually see price sweeping these lows here, holding the fair value gap as support, and having immediate continuation to the upside. So that's something that I'm going to keep an eye out for here. Is I would like to see some kind of a sweep or a deviation, something where we don't really gain, high time frame acceptance in this daily fair value gap, and then an immediate move to the upside for a potential local long setup.